Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Sean Arnold and today I'm just going to give my first impressions on the first episode of Dragon Ball Super, which came out today, July 5th at 9 AM in Japan. This is the, I'm going to kind of remember now, this is like the third series of Dragon Ball. It's the fourth, technically the fourth series, but with GT being considered non-canon now, it is now the official third series of Dragon Ball, and it starts off right after the Boo Saga, where Goku has saved the world and everyone's back to living peaceful lives. So for this video, I'm just going to give my quick impressions and say what I liked about it. If you're someone who's a fan of the show and you don't want to be spoiled on it, please don't watch any more after a little bit after this, because I am going to be giving a few spoilers. However, for those who just want to hear my quick review as an opinion, I give it a solid 5 out of 10. Now don't get it twisted, 5 out of 10 is a good score to me. At 5 out of 10 I consider to be average, and that's what this episode really is. It's just an average episode as to reintroduce all the characters, and for a series which has been going on as long as Dragon Ball, that's okay. It's okay for a series this long just to take it easy and not to do anything too crazy or too special. It wants to bring people back in and show off what the characters are like in terms of their behavior and mentalities, but it doesn't really show off anything too special, and so it doesn't really get into the main plot just yet. So it's a good episode. If you're a fan of the previous series, go and watch it, but don't expect anything too crazy or anything too over the top just yet. It's a good, solid, average episode. So the first thing which we get to see is the brand new intro. The new intro is called Chosetsu Star Dynamic, with Chosetsu meaning transcendence, according to Saiyan Island in Japanese. Now, I'm guessing with the idea of it being transcendence, I'm going to guess that this is kind of leading towards the theme of the whole series, where we are going above and beyond where they've gone before. We've done planet Earth, we've done space, now we're going into different dimensions, and it kind of really hints towards that. The intro is done by Kazuya Yoshi, who used to be part of a rock group called the Yellow Monkey, and the last time they did an anime intro was for Rurouni Kenshin, which is way back in 1995, a very, very old anime of a cool samurai character. The song was good. I didn't feel it was a standout song, I didn't think it was amazing or the best anime song I've ever seen, or it didn't really hit me as being kind of unique like Attack on Titan was. But you know what, for a Shonen Jump series, it's kind of the way it is. For the first series of the show, they always kind of start with a good intro, and then later on they really rack it up into be more exciting when they get into more of the main plot. And speaking of being like a Shonen Jump intro, well, it is a Shonen Jump intro, because Goku has gone back to being full Shonen Jump main star hero. He reminded me so much of Naruto at this point, which is funny because Goku came first. But in the intro you see him playing around with his son, being kind of goofy and weird, and as he is known to do. You also get to see a bit of all the cast. You get to see Vegeta, showing that he's still interested in training his son, which I thought was kind of cool, because he did a bit of that in Dragon Ball Z, but you didn't get to see too much of their relationship. Krillin's hair's growing again, which was cool. I don't mind seeing him there, because I guess he's going to be kind of calming down as a fighter now. However, please, Krillin, don't grow back your mustache. That was awful. Unfortunately, I was sad to see that Tien and Yamcha also seem kind of retired. They're kind of wearing, Tien's wearing kind of like a monk outfit, but a very like low-key monk outfit. Obviously not his fighting clothes. So was Yamcha, and I guess I'm just kind of guessing that they're not going to really be doing too much in this series, which is kind of sad. I kind of wanted to see more from the side characters as opposed to the main cast of Goku and Vegeta's family, I guess. And also there's no Earthlings. No one from our planet is really up there anymore. Only aliens and gods now need apply, which is yeah, it's kind of sad. Earthlings are low tier. Also, what you also see in the episode in the intro is that we are definitely going full on multiverse, and it shows off two new characters with who are alternates to Whis and Beerus. You see kind of a bit more of a chubby version of Beerus, and you see a female version of Whis, which makes me wonder how far they're going to take the idea of there being different dimensions and different universes. I'm going to put my money down on that this is what the whole series is going to be about. That it's going to be about going to different parallel universes now, where you have the same characters but in different ways. So as you can see, as we've had an alternate version of Whis and Beerus, I'm wondering what else we're gonna get. Are we gonna get an alternate version of Frieza? Because you see Goku and Vegeta fighting some guys who are wearing the same style of fighting uniform. Maybe there's gonna be an alternate type of Saiyans, and you're gonna get a new Saiyan race and new characters from a different type of Saiyan race. Excuse me, from a different universe. It really kind of expands the possibilities of what they can do with this show, although I am kind of just worried about how far they're going to take it. GT kind of made the mistake of trying to like restart the series back into space, but it didn't really appeal to the fans by bringing all these new kind of enemies into it, or kind of just when you can kind of do anything you want with a story, it's kind of difficult to make it appealable because you don't. I don't really know. I'm just kind of skeptical of where this is gonna go, and I'm hoping that it goes really well for them. So we'll find out more when we see more of the show. The last thing which I want to just point out for the intro is that it obviously shows off how clean and nice the animation looks for this series. The show looks absolutely fantastic. Definitely upgraded for a 2015 audience, and it shows this so well because in the first scene after the intro is a flashback back to the end of the Boo saga when Goku was using the Spirit Bomb, and boy, that animation looks so old now that it makes me feel kind of a little bit sad that how old it looks. It definitely shows that the Dragon Ball Z series is very aged, and it doesn't look so good, but now they've really done a good job as to make it look current. I don't think it looks amazing, but it looks updated and fresh. Now for the show, just quickly going on to my highlights for the episode. Like I said, this episode was really just about reintroducing the characters, so you get a few scenes with each of the characters from the main cast, except for Vegeta really, and except for Krillin. You don't really get to see them, but episode 2 is going to highlight Vegeta, so you get to see more of him there, I guess. The first thing you get to see is that Goku is now a farmer, which is kind of cool. You get to see him riding a tractor, and he's which is cool because there was an episode in Dragon Ball Z where him and Piccolo were learning how to drive, but he didn't do it too well, and I don't think he actually passed his test in the end because he knows how to fly. He's like, yo, I know how to fly, who cares? Goku's still going on with the kind of, he still kind of acts dumb in a way, but it was nice to see him spending time with his son Goten, because Goku gets labelled as being a bad father because Piccolo spent more time looking after his kids than he did, because Goku was either dead or off training someone else. So it was nice to see him spending time with Goten and also looking after his family. Then you get to see the return of Beerus and Whis. Beerus and Whis are very shortly, they're just going around to different planets looking for different delicacies to eat. But I don't want to spoil too much about what they did there, but it just reintroduces them, showing that they're going to definitely be a big part of Dragon Ball Super. Then there's Mr. Satan. Mr. Satan comes back. He's also going to be playing a big role in Dragon Ball Super, it seems. It shows off that he's receiving an award for beating Majin Boo, quote unquote. But and then he has this bit of a debacle with Majin Boo, who says he's really hungry. And I thought it was kind of cool to see that Mr. Satan's kind of going to come back in a big way. He's definitely got a larger role than he was in Dragon Ball Z, where he used to be kind of just a comedy sidekick. And he still is that in a way, but I think he's going to be a lot more prevalent than, say, he's going to have a lot more screen time than, say, many other characters will. Then you get to see that Gohan and Videl are still flourishing in their relationship, and they're just going off doing their own thing. But you get to see Piccolo for a very brief moment. Piccolo looks pissed. Piccolo is not happy at all with Gohan spending time with Videl. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether he's just opposed to him being with his fiancée. I don't know. Maybe he's jealous of their relationship. I don't know. I'm gonna guess that Piccolo isn't happy that Gohan's slacking off again, because Gohan was once the strongest in the universe, and then Gohan kind of just relaxed after Cell was defeated. So I don't know, But I thought it was a little funny to see Piccolo's reaction to Gohan and Videl doing some shopping. Let's see, what's next? Oh, then you get to a long scene with Trunks and Goten wanting to buy Videl a gift. And they go off to a spring to get some water. And they go off to fight a big snake and whatnot. Nothing really special, it was just them having a quick bit of adventure, showing a quick bit of action. I guess the thing which I did like there was that they showed off the new animation for the Kamehameha. Lots and lots of particles, lots of little white dots there. It looks very, very nice. I can't wait to see it fully in action. And yeah, it's definitely just showing off that animation quality there. Oh, and tons of old people jokes. Loads of old people jokes, because old people are funny, right? Yeah? You get an old guy dancing, you got one old guy losing his teeth in a bath. There's tons and tons of old people jokes, because, yeah, old people are hilarious. Then we get, the episode comes to an end, and it goes back to Goku doing his farming, and he's doing a terrible job. Goku is farming on a cliffside, the soil looks terrible, there is potholes everywhere because he's been punching the ground from his training, and he's a terrible farmer. But he has to stay there because Chi-Chi says you need to look after your family, yo. You need to get a job, you need to provide for your kids, and stop leaving me to the single mother business. But then Hercule comes along, and Hercule says, listen, I've got the money from this award. It's 100 million zeni or whatever ridiculous amount it was, and he ends up giving it to Goku, which was kind of cool because then Goku can give it to his family, and Goku then heads off to go and trade with King Kai. I kind of liked that. It was kind of a humble scene where Goku was first like, no, I don't want the money, showing that he doesn't really need it, but then he realizes, no, I've kind of got to care a bit more about my own needs here. I've got to, I gotta be able to provide for my family. If I want to go off to be having crazy adventures in different dimensions, then, I gotta at least leave a little bit of money behind. What made me laugh though is that Chi-Chi was so adamant about him staying there, and as soon as he brought the money home, he's like, yeah, off you go. I don't need you. I've got the money now, I'm cool. Off you go. So Goku ends off the episode by going off to trade with King Kai. And that was really the most of the episode. Oh, Master Roshi comes back for a small part and makes a joke because, old people are funny. So yeah, really the episode overall was kind of good, was kind of average. Overall, wasn't nothing spectacular, but to be honest with you, it doesn't need to be that. As I said earlier, it's a long running franchise, and it's just a brief introduction or reintroduction into these characters, so that people are a little bit familiar with the different types of characters that are in the show so far. I don't think it's going to pick up really until episode 3, so I'm hoping that the next episode will be just as enjoyable, and hopefully this will kind of get more people into Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball as a whole, so that if more people are supporting the franchise, then it means more content for everybody. So that's been my impressions of the first episode of Dragon Ball Super. If you guys enjoyed this video, maybe I'll do one next week for the episode 2, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching this video and hearing my thoughts. If you guys have any thoughts to share with yourself, please put them down in the comments below. I would love to just talk to people about this show and where they think it's going, and whether they're enjoying it or not, just to kind of gauge that kind of reaction to such an old series. So guys, I've been Sean Arnold. Thank you again as always. Much love, take care, and goodbye.